In a world often divided, one voice has risen above the noise, a voice of compassion, humility, and deep faith. This is the story of Pope Francis, the first pope from the Americas and a shepherd for the modern age. Pope Francis was born Jorge Mario Bergoglio on December 17, 1936, in Buenos Aires, Argentina. The son of Italian immigrants, Jorge grew up in a modest home. His father, Mario, worked as a railway accountant, and his mother, Regina, was a homemaker with strong Catholic values. As a child, Jorge was intelligent and reserved. He enjoyed soccer and spent time with friends, but he was also drawn to faith and study. At the age of 21, a severe illness, pneumonia, and 3 cysts nearly took his life. Part of his right lung was removed. This brush with death marked a turning point. Jorge entered the Society of Jesus, the Jesuits, in 1958. He was ordained a priest in 1969, and soon after, he became a teacher and spiritual director. His students knew him as a man of intellect, discipline, and deep compassion. During Argentina's dirty war, Father Bergoglio faced complex moral decisions, navigating his responsibilities while opposing violence and defending human dignity. In 1992, he was appointed Auxiliary Bishop of Buenos Aires, and by 1998, he became Archbishop. He chose a simple lifestyle, living in a modest apartment, taking the bus, and cooking his own meals. He quickly gained a reputation as a bishop of the poor. He lived the gospel, not just preached it. His humility stood in contrast to hierarchy. And yet, in 2001, Pope John Paul II elevated him to cardinal. On March 13, 2013, after Pope Benedict XVI's resignation, the conclave chose Cardinal Bergoglio as the 266th Pope. He took the name Francis in honor of Saint Francis of Assisi, a symbol of humility and care for the poor. He stepped onto the balcony and asked the world to pray for him before he blessed them. That gesture set the tone for a papacy rooted in service, dialogue, and love. Pope Francis became known for breaking barriers. He called for action on climate change with his encyclical Laudato Si', emphasized mercy over judgment, and urged compassion for migrants and refugees. He built bridges with other faiths, met with leaders across the religious spectrum, and became a moral voice on global justice. Despite criticism from traditionalists, he remained steadfast, reminding the Church and the world that faith must always serve love. In his later years, Pope Francis slowed physically, but his spiritual presence remained vibrant. Always the pastor, never the politician, he inspired generations. On 21 April 2025, Pope Francis passed peacefully, surrounded by prayer. He left behind not just a legacy, but a path of radical simplicity, compassion, and grace. Let us pray. God of mercy, we thank you for the life of Pope Francis, for his words, his witness, and his unwavering heart. He walked among us as a servant and reminded us to see you in the poor, the stranger, the forgotten. May his legacy stir our hearts to act justly, to love tenderly, and to walk humbly with you. Grant him eternal peace in your presence, and guide us as he did, to live lives of mercy and love. Amen.